Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. This is episode 27 of the Canadian Geekcast, and today I am joined by Josh.
What is up?
And Dennis.
Hello.
And Steph.
Hello, everyone.
And I am your host for today, Steve. Matt could not join us today for some work-related business issues. If this is your first episode, just so you know, each week we get together to discuss everything from the latest video game news to television and film. We typically go live every Sunday at 11 on both Twitch and Mixer. And then the following Wednesday, we post the audio of our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you can find podcasts. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. You can even send us an email at CanadianGeekCST.com or at gmail.com, or tweet at us at CanadianGeekCST. We may even read it on the next show. So how's everyone doing today?
Super duper. I'm a little tired, like Steph, but I got some gaming to do, so I'm feeling good.
Cool. Dennis, Steph, how are you guys doing?
I'm up.
You're awake?
Yeah.
You're alive?
Barely.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm up. I went out and tried to be a normal functioning adult by
And
actually going
how'd
out to
that
meet
go?
people. I'm ready to hermit today.
Highly overrated, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah. Being out late is highly overrated. Sleep is much better.
Agreed.
I find that especially because we're transitioning into like the cold weather, it becomes harder to get accustomed to the weather.
Yeah, it was so cold yesterday. I was just like,
Yeah.
I had mad regrets on not wearing a thicker hoodie. What is this?
Right?
What happened?
They should warn us about this.
They should like
This is-
ease us into it instead of just like,
Yeah.
bam, it's cold.
One day is
Yep.
28, the other is 11.
Yeah, it's
Where's
supposed
the
to be back
in-between?
up in like the high 20s this week on Thursday, I think it is here anyway.
I mean, it
But
could
this
be
weather
worse.
is definitely messing with me. I had a migraine on Friday,
Yeah.
and I crashed at like 4 o'clock for like 2.5 hours, and then the same thing happened to me yesterday. The weather's just been kicking my ass.
I mean, it could be worse. Like we could be like Calgary, where you just wake up and there's snow on the ground. So,
Yes, suckers.
Suckers. Well, this isn't the weather cast, this is the geek cast. What are you guys playing? What are you guys watching?
Dennis, do you want to go? I'm guessing it's Yakuza related.
I mean, it's more because I really haven't talked about this. So I brought out my old PS3 because I'm very impatient to wait for those Yakuza 3 to 5 PS4 releases. So because I have Yakuza 4 and 5 because of PS Plus. So I'm like, I'll put in Yakuza 4 because Yakuza 3 you can't get digitally. And the PS3 physical version is like $56 on Amazon. I'm like, I'll wait till the PS4 release. So I've been playing Yakuza 4 for a bit. It's good, but it's like it feels like a PS3 game. So it's so arcadey compared to the other ones I've played. So
Yeah.
but it's not that bad, to be honest, because I think it came out in 2010. So it's not like 10 years old, but it's almost there.
Mhm.
Nice.
As for things I've been watching, I'm trying to get back into anime. So I've been recently trying to watch through an anime that started like in October last year, and that's Black Clover. And
I did not like that one.
yeah, I know.
It was rough.
Yeah, it's pretty rough the first couple episodes, but I get into it. Like to describe it to Steve and Josh, it's basically Naruto, Harry Potter.
Okay.
Okay, you get it?
Okay.
I get it.
To me, I got
Yeah.
the vibes of like crappy fairy tale.
Yeah.
I was just
get
like,
that.
it's kind of gives me the vibes of fairy tale, but I just don't like it as much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about Naruto. I've seen the picture, I know what he looks like, but I know nothing about it. But I know Harry Potter.
No, it's just like that vibe, like this like underdog kind of hero that's gets spit upon just because of what he's dreaming to get as his goal, and
Okay.
like everybody underestimates him in a way. So
Okay.
maybe not Naruto, but like Rocky or something. He's just like, yeah,
I can relate to that for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, Rocky.
Now you're
Rocky-
speaking his language.
Yeah, Rocky plus Harry Potter plus anime. There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it really. I
Yeah.
haven't really been doing anything much with school and that's it though.
School.
Yeah.
Josh?
I'm playing a lot of stuff. I've been doing Forza Horizon 4 for a couple weeks. I've been doing I'm into This Is the Police 2, which is really awesome. I'm gonna finish that hopefully in the next couple days. I'm just working on a massive review right now, and for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I'm not going to go into any details on at the moment, but it's big. That's about all I'm going to say. It's very big.
Have you had time to watch anything?
Have I had time to watch anything? No. We were going to get started on Castle Rock there, the Stephen King show.
Yeah.
Because the season just finished recently, and I'm a massive Stephen King junkie, so I just haven't got around to it because I've been kind of playing Assassin's Creed the last couple of days. Like, just that's it.
Yeah. I got taken away from Castle Rock, but I got about halfway through the season. It's really good, and if you like Stephen King, you're gonna really like it.
I do. It's interesting to me that they've got like one of the main characters, I guess, is the same dude who played Pennywise in the most recent It movie.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Where are you watching it? Is it on Netflix or
Crave?
Yeah,
that's where I watch it, anyways.
That's not where I watch it, but yes, but it's also on Crave.
Okay, got it.
What are you up to there, Steph?
I'm still playing Valkyria Chronicles, which I'm still very much enjoying. I enjoyed it so much.
Is that a big deep RPG, Steph? Like, is that what that is?
It's a strategy kind of RPG.
Turn-based strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely turn-based strategy. It's kind of like more XCOM-y than like Final Fantasy, like the old school Final Fantasy, where there's like, there's accuracy things. So like if you're like aiming right at someone, there's still the chance that you'll miss kind of thing. And then there's like different weapons and stuff that like have more power against like armor versus person. And then you have to make those kind of decisions. And yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just really enjoying it. It was one of those things I picked up for work and then just like, okay, I'm playing nothing else. Like, I just want to play it and finish it. And I don't know. It's just so like lovely and lighthearted. Well, I'm going to say it's lighthearted. It's like about war, but I mean, it's easy to pick up. It's really easy to pick up. And I like really enjoy the characters. It's one of the few things that, because I was playing it on Switch, it originally, it has like English voice actors, and they've released the Japanese voice pack on launch day. So I've been playing with the English voice actors up until now. And then it's good. It's the first time where I'm just like, well, I'm just used to the English one now, and they're good. It's not a cringy one where it's like, there's definitely some games or anime where you're like, after like 5 seconds, you're just like, no. And then you just like flip back to Japanese, at least for me. I'm usually like a sub, like 10,000% sub over dub, but this is the first time I'm like, oh, I'm just really enjoying the English one. But yeah, I don't know, it's really good. And then I also tried Parkosaurus.
How is it?
It's early access.
Okay. Okay. It's kind of what I figured.
Yeah,
but
it's one of those things where I can see it. It's got a lot of potential. It's got some rough edges that it needs to buff out, and some like quality of life things that need to be put in. So, and I don't know if some of these are just like personal preferences, but like some of the things are when you're making a pen for the dinosaurs, it doesn't tell you like how big the enclosure is. So I'm just like putting all these fences in, and it's not telling me like, oh, you're like at 1620 or whatever. It's just telling you how much money that you have to spend for that fence. So you can kind of do the math, but it's not telling you like, so when you put the fence across this way, it's giving you this like little shadow that shows you like vertically where it is. So you can make a perfect square, no problem.
Right.
However, I'm like, is this a 16 by 32? Is this like I don't know. So like next time I have to make another enclosure for the creature, I'm like, I have to eyeball it. So I don't know if I'm making one that's large enough or small enough until I put the creature in. It's like, this is too small. And you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll like make it double. And it's like, well, it's still too small. I'm like, okay, well, I'll make it a little bit bigger. And it's just, it is no clear indication of as to how big that enclosure is. And then I don't know if it's just me, but like when you hover over things to try to delete them, it's like the thing is here, and then my mouse is like a little bit off. So like weird. Highlighting certain things is kind of a pain. Again, I don't know if it's because I'm playing on a smaller screen. I'm playing on 15 inches, so like versus like the 21 or whatever. So I don't know if that's it. But overall, it's like really cute. So you get these like little dinosaurs. You start off with one of two, and you actually have to like send scientists out in explorations. And you just like it's a passive thing. They just like go out and they and then after a little bit of time, you jump back into the portal. And then there's like these little grids, and it's kind of like Minesweeper in a way, in which you've got. I had two scientists, so I had like me as the main player, and then my scientist. The scientist could do like a 1x1 grid this way, like kind of like a T, and then I could only do one square. And then they have like endurance, so like if you use it too much, it like takes up their thing. So they have limited amounts, and then it reveals things on the grid, and then if you reveal the 4x4 square, you get like footprints and skulls and like these other things. You have to collect those to like get the dinosaur eggs.
Gotcha.
So it's not just like you go in somewhere and buy it like the old Zoo Tycoon. You just like, I want this creature, click.
Right.
So it's got a little bit more of that stuff, more along the lines of, I guess, Jurassic World Evolution.
Love that game. It's fun.
Yeah. I've heard both sides to that game.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things.
I've heard mixed, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of potential there. It just needs a little bit of cleaning up. That's all.
Cool.
And watching, I finished American Vandal season 2.
Nice.
So it was
very good. Actually.
I still enjoy it.
So
it's so easy to watch, and it's just so fun. It's just like I don't care. I just have it in the background, and you don't really have to super pay attention to it. It was good. Still watching My Hero Academia every week. The season just ended, so I'm super sad. I have this like massive hole in my heart, and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
Didn't they confirm season 4 though? So
yeah, it's in creation, but I have to wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
I am seeing the movie on Monday though, in theaters.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be that kid. I'm gonna be that cool kid who cosplays and goes see a Japanese movie anime in theaters.
Yeah, I kind of heard about that movie from like some friends who watched it in theaters, and what I heard is just basically a long episode of My Hero Academia.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I mean, like when you look at like movies for Shonen Jump series, it's basically just like it's its first movie. I haven't watched it, so I just heard from friends that it's good if you like it, but it's not that good. So
whatever. It's more My Hero Academia. I get more my angry child.
Okay.
More my angry child, more Kirishima. That's all I need in my life. Okay. But yeah, other than that, I started watching Grimm, which is like an old series.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay. Yeah.
I just finished like 2 years ago, I think.
Maybe. I was just like looking for something to watch, and I was just like, oh yeah, I remember this being a thing, and it's like a kind of detective.
Yeah.
Kind of show, but like it has some supernatural thing, which is like usually turns me off. I'm usually like the second there's like fairy tales or like supernatural stuff, I'm like meh. I thought I'd give it a shot. It's a slug. It's a bit of a it's slow.
It's a Monster of the Week show, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, of the season, but yeah, you have them, during the week and stuff like that. I watched the first season or two. It was pretty good. It was enjoyable.
Yeah,
I just kind of fell off because I don't know. I can't stay focused on anything anymore. I'm too old.
Yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
What are you watching, playing, Stevie?
I haven't been watching anything. This week has been pretty busy. And then like you, just working on the review for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'll be excited to when we can actually talk about it.
Me too.
Yeah.
When's the embargo?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Monday.
Nice.
Coming up real quick. So next week or the week after, I'm sure we'll get into it.
I'm like 22 hours in.
Yeah. I'm roughly the same.
Are you?
Yeah.
We should trade notes later.
We should. with that being said, shall we jump into our first topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
You complete me.
All right, Dennis, you want to take us away?
Yeah, this is like our first like quick news. It just has to do with Fortnite, and PlayStation is now allowing crossplay, their crossplay feature to be compatible with their platform. And
we did it, guys.
It's an open beta. Yeah,
we did it.
So yeah, this is a story that has been going on since I feel like the first actual day of E3 when Fortnite on Nintendo Switch released. So so what does everybody think about this? Is it you're excited or?
It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. Personally, I don't know. They just kind of they cave to pressure, and I think it's a good thing, I guess. It's just one of those things that's kind of, now that it's done, can we stop talking about it?
I like it as a consumer move.
Yeah.
I think it's better. However, as someone who's in the industry, I hate how it's continuing this. If you scream loud enough, if you like make enough noise, things will happen for you. Which is
it's rewarding bad behavior.
I understand, like again, consumer side, totally get it, makes sense. They should have had crossplay from the get-go. As the person who's like on the front lines and is like doing community work, I do not like this. Like, oh, if we just shout loud enough, we can make things happen. I'm
with you, man.
So I don't know. I more so, yes, thank God for crossplay. To be honest, I'm way more on that side. But they need to do it for more games, so we'll see if they continue to open up and continue that.
Yeah, I think like this is really just like the first step for crossplay on consoles anyway. Yeah, because they've definitely been doing crossplay for PC anyway, but this is their first step. So like, there's a few games like Rocket League
League's going to be a big one.
Yeah, I don't know much about Fallout 76 if that
is not coming.
It's not coming. But especially for the smaller games, this is going to be a big deal to open up like multiplayer on all consoles. I don't really care because it's a game I really don't care about multiplayer either way. I'm happy for people who want this to be opened up on all consoles, but at the same time, I'm like pretty on it. It's happening. Yay! 2 months of yelling on the internet has done something.
Yeah,
we do.
Well, to Steph's point, that there's a line that can be crossed when you really want something coming out of like the game community, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you and me were talking about it, Josh, and I brought up Battlefront 2 and how people were just angry about the microtransactions. They started yelling, and that was really the first occurrence of something like this happening in recent years. And then again with this happening, I'm pretty much for it, for Sony opening up crossplay, because it does kind of suck when, say, you have a friend or whoever that can only afford like one console, and if that person's stuck on the one that you don't have, kind of sucks that you can never play with them. I like having that option. I think a lot of us right here in the group are fortunate enough that we have, multiple consoles, multiple places to play on.
Right.
Not everyone has that, so it kind of sucks, especially for a game as big as Fortnite, to come out of the gates and say, no, we're going to be ubiquitous across every platform. You can play with all of your friends, whether it be on mobile, PC, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just a testament to how big Fortnite is too.
But I also wonder... I wonder, like, again, like the business hat on, they had to be sitting there and thinking like, okay, how does this help and or hurt us? And they're thinking, well, we lose all the folks that have multiple platforms. They may no longer like come to Sony because their accounts were like kind of tied to the Sony accounts. So like if you're purchasing money, it's like stuck on Sony. I don't know how much money. I'm assuming they're going to get a cut of that. So if they let crossplay what if someone is now buying those credits on like mobile or their PC, or like they're buying it elsewhere? Now Sony loses that cut on Fortnite. However, I wonder if they're thinking more long term, in which a bunch of kids are growing up playing Fortnite on their mobiles or wherever they're playing it, and then it's time for their first console, and they think, well, if I get a PlayStation, I can't play with my friends anymore because they're still on X, Y, or Z, like somewhere else. Because we have to think, like, we're not the target demographic for Fortnite. We're not the mass amount of players. So I'm wondering if Sega, or not Sega, whoops, slip of the tongue, Sony. I just think of like S video game company, and
sure.
But yeah, so with Sony, it's one of those decisions where they're looking more long term financially. I don't think boycotts or anything were doing anything like important.
No.
But I think other people may have also been thinking like, well, if I'm going to play on other places, I'll buy all that stuff elsewhere because my Sony account is like separate.
Right.
Again, I don't know. Like, it would be very interesting to be a fly in the wall in that boardroom and kind of understand the business side of it again, and like why they're suddenly turning around, because it's not for the gamers. There's no way. I refuse to believe.
No.
There's genuinely people in the company who are that way. I guarantee it. But at the end of the day, like, they're a business and they have to make money. So it'd be interesting.
Well, we kind of talked about this when like this whole thing started right after E3, and one of the biggest points was that this was the first time in many years, like, that Sony has kind of had a negative light been on them. They were on such a rapid pace of like delivering, AAA games, having all these great exclusives. And then all of a sudden you get this like kind of a bad PR move where it's like everyone else is working well together except for Sony. They're over here.
And they have that tagline, for the players. And it's
exactly
just like, how are you for the players if you're restricting us?
Yeah. And as we kind of, are on the tail end of this generation moving into the next one, it was probably in Sony's best interest to be like, okay, we'll open it up, make it, we'll play nice with everyone else, and then PS5 will come and, everyone will still be on our side kind of thing. That's where I come down on it. I
think the wording is still very much like, we're better than everyone else, which kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because they're like, for 24 years, we've strived to deliver the best gaming experience to our fans by providing a uniquely PlayStation perspective. Today, the communities around some games have evolved to the point where cross-platform experiences add significant value to players. And it's like, okay. Okay.
Yeah. No, we're not getting to the levels of like PS3 era cocky of Sony, but there is just a hint of cockiness. Just a little bit of arrogance, but at least they're doing their best and trying to play nice. I'm really excited to see who of like the AAA developers has the balls enough to be like, we're gonna have crossplay. Because I don't think it's gonna be like a Call of Duty or anything like that. But
I think it'll be Call of Duty next year.
Think so?
Next year.
Yeah.
Or they might even be pushing for it for Blackout now. I don't know.
But it's going to be interesting to see who's the first one with like a pay, because Fortnite's a free to play game, but who's going to be the AAA game that charges $80 or whatever and says you're going to be able to play with everyone.
I wonder if certain games that are older but like still get work like development on are going to try get this retrospectively, like maybe Rainbow Six Siege and like these other guys. Some of the bigger like esports ones. I think that would be interesting. Or Overwatch.
It's just going to be tough to balance. That's the only issue. When you bring in PC into the fold, that's when things just fall apart. Because even you, Josh, you don't like to open up crossplay because
I don't want PC players in my game. Yeah,
exactly.
100% do not want them in my game. So if they're going to do it, then you better be giving us the option to block it, because I don't want that shit.
And that's why I'm a little hesitant to say that Call of Duty will be the first one, because if as soon as you bring in PC players, all console players are done. Like, there's no way to compete against that.
PC Master Race, yo.
It's true.
Well,
keyboard.
Microsoft did announce this week that mouse and keyboard support's coming.
Right.
Anytime now.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, I guess. But I think like Microsoft did say that they wanted to they have tools available to make it so that you can segregate the communities from the crossplay, i.e. PC users.
I think that's even more of an argument for cross compatibility on consoles, just to make the player base bigger. Like, instead of just like Microsoft and PC players, like if you could have Xbox with PlayStation, like there's a little bit more even ground there than with PC. So if like more companies are trying to aim for that to make their player base bigger, I think that only helps. Because like you said, like I don't think most console players want to play with PC people for Twitch games like that, where it's like
it's competitive,
where it's very competitive and it requires quick actions and whatnot with. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, like you said, who chases that next. And I think if it's going to be anyone, it will be like Call of Duty or Blizzard.
Blizzard, that would be a big one.
Yeah, Blizzard would be a good one. On an aside about the Fortnite thing, I'm calling my shots right now, and it's going to be the biggest thing for Halloween this year for kids' costumes. It was everywhere yesterday, and my kids got one too.
Yeah, I've already seen many stands for Fortnite costumes out there.
What's a Fortnite costume? Aren't they like individual
just the skins?
Characters?
The skins.
Well, they're skins.
Oh.
Yeah. The Cuddle Team commander or leader, or whatever the hell it is. That's what my kid got. It's the pink teddy bear. She's pretty jacked.
Yeah.
Are there the piñata ones? Because that's all that matters.
There is a piñata. I saw it yesterday of the llama. There's also the skeleton dude. And
that one's an obvious one.
Yeah, I kind of want that one.
So what you're saying is a bunch of like I'm so old I forget what it's called. Trick or treaters. They're gonna be coming to people's doors and flossing. That's all you're telling me.
Flossing, yeah.
Flossably.
Oh boy.
Dennis, get ready.
I'm not looking forward to that.
All right, let's move on.
Fine.
In other news, Microsoft announced that they'll be bringing back the XO event. They'll be hosting it in Mexico City this year on November 10th and 11th. For those that don't really know, it's kind of, I guess, in a way, Microsoft's version of PSX. It's just their small conference post E3, kind of just giving what the next 6 months will basically be. They haven't done it in, I want to say 10 to 12 years or something. It's been quite a while.
It's been that long, huh?
Yeah. It's been,
really?
Yeah. As far as I can remember, I know that they used to hold like smaller X events for media. Toronto used to actually get them. It would be like X15, 16.
Yeah.
And then they skipped last year.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if that means that they're going to bring back the smaller ones as well, but I know that they haven't done a major conference like this in many, many years, at least going back to like the 360 days.
Oh.
So
going back to the day when Matrick totally effed the dog on the announcement of the Xbox One.
Even before that. Yeah. So, I mean, just based off this, it kind of seems like Microsoft has something to say and wants a place to say it. What do you guys kind of think?
Oh, we're getting some announcements of, I think, well, we're going to see Crackdown 100%.
Yeah.
I'm even thinking that we're going to get an actual release date out of that.
We have
what
one.
Else? Like, I think February
22nd.
I don't remember that. All right, well, whatever.
It's the day where everything else comes out on the same day.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, so I think we're going to get a really big preview of that. And I think they're going to announce that they've acquired one or two more studios.
Yeah.
And brought them into the fold.
There's actually a really interesting Reddit thread right now that a really credible source, the same source that came out and said that like an all access pass was coming out, that something else with Game Pass. Same person came out and said that by the end of this year, he's confirmed that Microsoft and Xbox has acquired roughly 600 developers in total. So that's through like studio acquisitions, hiring. Earlier this year, they had like that big hiring spree for Playground for their open world RPG.
Oh yeah.
So all in all, we're probably going to see, like you just said, something to do with new studios, studios getting announced. They're really pushing to expand their portfolio. So I'd assume that's going to be part of it as well.
I think that's going to be a big part. I think we're going to actually maybe get some exclusive like actual reveals.
That'd be nice.
Maybe not for anything that's coming out in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
But definitely something in the next, 12 to 18 months, maybe.
Yeah.
600.
You think get Gears? Or Gears info?
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see Gears there. Actually, they might give us a bit of a better sneak peek of what's going on with Halo.
Yeah.
Because we already got a sneak peek of what's going on with Gears. They didn't really give us anything for Halo. They just gave us like a nice little, pretty little trailer. But
right,
I think they might give us a little something extra.
Yeah. Just trying to think of what else they could do. I mean, they could give us what myself and a lot of people are waiting for, in just a splash screen of Fable.
Yeah.
You don't think so, Dennis?
No, I don't. I think what you're getting, you're probably going to get Gears. Gears Pop, though. Remember that?
Yay! Oh,
yes.
Oh, I remember it.
Gears Pop.
Man. I don't know. I'm excited to see it. I think Microsoft's really made a big effort to grow their community and be a lot more transparent. Like they do their Xbox Live events and the Xbox ID events, like fairly often. And like good on them. Like they do need to like realistically, let's look at the statistics. They have an uphill battle. They're definitely losing, if you could call it losing, the console war. They're not doing as bad as, let's say, the Wii U, but if you look at the 3 current consoles and the rate of growth, they're definitely the slowest. And I think they're gonna come out punching, and good for them. Like more competition just equals better stuff for the consumers, right? So I'm excited. I mean, if they finally get some exclusives that make me want to actually buy an Xbox, that would be exciting. But we'll see. Yeah.
Dennis?
No, I got nothing to say. No.
And going back to the 600 developers, that's definitely more than one studio. I mean, it's either like 2 or 3 really big games,
big
or
ones,
they're gonna be doing like I don't know, you could do 10 smaller ones maybe.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing with all that. It's a lot of people.
Tons, yeah. It's exciting, but like, just because they hired them doesn't mean we're going to see anything in the next year or two. It's going to take time to gestate.
Right. Until
kind of stuff.
Nothing but vaporware.
Yeah.
Depends on like what kind of games they're working on. They're working on dreams like games, and it'll be like a decade. But
see you in 2030.
If they're doing some smaller projects, we could see something in a year, 2 years.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's only a month or 2 away.
Yeah, it's in November, I think, eh?
Yeah, November 10th.
Sweet.
And speaking of conferences, Dennis.
Yes.
Or lack of.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because, so that Xbox, that XO event is happening this November, and something that's not happening this December is PSX. Mm-hmm. So Sean Layden on the PlayStation Blogcast, I believe, confirmed that PSX is not happening this December. And in a weird move, Kind of Funny Games has announced that they're doing a conference of sorts, and they're trying to get people to developers to, they're basically going to do like a Nintendo Direct, but whatever that means. And I mean, it's not really that PSX not happening is not that big a deal because Game Awards is still happening. So we'll still have something.
Yeah.
I like the Game Awards.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
And Sony's conference at E3 was basically a PSX event.
It was.
So
because I feel like I remember the first PSX conference and it was like really good, and like after that it just feels like every year it just becomes like a low tier conference, like they're doing it just for the sake of doing it.
Well, last year's was the one primarily focused on like dev talks, right?
Yeah, they did.
They just invited like the developers on stage. They had like Corey Balrog and who else? Oh, the Dreams people. And they just invited them on the stage just to talk about their game. So kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I respect that they're not doing it. Just we don't want to waste people's time if they don't have anything to show.
Yeah.
So I think the joke coming out of like this announcement, oh, they're going to announce PSN name changes in PSX
I saw that.
2019. Yeah.
Can't do that if they don't have PSX.
Yeah, they can't. It's a smart move.
Yeah.
Because it's asked every PSX, it feels
exactly.
like. So nobody's going to ask if there's no PSX. So
loopholes.
Yeah.
I mean, people got their crossplay, so now what else are they going to complain about?
Oh, yeah. We'll find something.
No, I think you nailed it on the head. That why bother sucking up resources if there's not really anything to say. I hate the expectation that each year every major of the three have to be at E3, have to do this, have to do that. It's like, well, if you don't really need to say anything, why bother waste company resources, waste everyone time? Just I don't know.
Kind of feels like what I've heard about BlizzCon. Like every second year is like good, and then the one in between is there's not really much going on, but they still do it every year, and it's just like it's a lot of resources to hold something that big. And like I understand why BlizzCon does it. It's more of a community thing and like get to know their players, et cetera, but yeah, like you said, why pad it out just for the sake of having it?
Yeah.
Yep.
If you don't have a lot, you don't need to do that. Like it's so much resources. Like people would rather probably just continue to make games. Yeah. Not that the people that make conferences also make games, but they
well, wait for the developers have to go out of their way to like make a trailer, make this like vertical slice, and that takes time and energy. And if it's not needed, don't bother them.
Yeah, no, they also have to like make their way up if they have like because I think they have like kiosks at the event for yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. I like what Kind of Funny Games are. They're doing their KFC show. I call it. So yeah. So you want to move on?
Yeah, we can move to. Oh, okay. Sorry, Josh.
I'm just kidding.
We'll just wait here.
Let's just keep going.
Okay.
All right. Topic 2.
Autobots, roll out.
Got some trailers coming out.
Yeah, we do. A lot of them. So yeah, we have 3 trailers to talk about, and we're gonna start off talking about the Bumblebee trailer. And when this was first announced, they're just doing another Transformers movie. It's a prequel this time, and the first Transformers movie, I would say it's okay, maybe to good, but I like all the Transformer movies I've watched. I'm like, it just feels not as good as anything they could put out. But this Bumblebee trailer is amazing. I'm into what this movie is all about. It feels like an 80s Transformers movie.
It feels right.
Yeah. Because this is the first Transformers movie that Michael Bay's not directing. I think he's producing, but
Perfect.
Yeah, that is perfect.
I know. I totally when I first saw that, I was like, oh, okay, here's another trailer for Bumblebee. I'm like, whatever. I turned it on, and the second I saw Shockwave and then Soundwave, I literally jumped out of my seat. I'm like, that's freaking Soundwave and Shockwave. I lost my mind, and I stopped it, and I rewound it, and I watched. Like, I just sat there and stared. I'm like, dude, they got it right. Like, I'm so excited. Like,
and the design for Starscream, perfect.
Is proper Starscream.
Yeah.
I know, and even Optimus has like the harder lines on his body now too, right? Like they went full on G1, I guess you call it, and it took me right back to being a kid. And yeah, I'm all in on that movie now. Like I was like, I'll watch it, but I'm probably not gonna like it because the last one sucked big time. That was terrible. That was absolutely awful.
Hard to watch.
But man, yeah, Bumblebee, sign me up. Keep making them like that, and people are gonna go.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I didn't grow up watching Transformers, so I don't have that nostalgia. I know. I just don't have that nostalgia there for it, but I enjoyed the very first Transformers movie, like the live action one, and they just got like really stale for me really fast. Yeah. And one of the few things I did like was Bumblebee. Like he was just like so endearing, and I think it was such a smart move. Like if they were gonna go anywhere, like they knew that a lot of fans love Bumblebee. Like even me as like a non-fan of like the greater Transformers universe, like there's something very, very endearing about Bumblebee. And if, like you said, I think it's going to bring more people in and give it a shot. Whereas if they just try like another Transformers, people will be like, it's like been there, done that. This is more of like a soft reboot.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat like with Transformers. I've never watched G1. I think my first Transformers movie was Beast Wars or Beasties in Canada.
Yeah.
So yeah, but after like watching all the Transformers cartoons throughout the years, I'm like getting into what the actual like there was like a lot of Beast Wars really didn't go into Optimus Prime. They went into Optimus Primal or whatever he was called, and I'm really into this because
sorry.
Okay. Anyway, it looks great. I'm very. This is probably like the first Transformer movie, and like the first one came out in 2006, so it's like way over a decade that I'm actually excited for. Yeah, it's been a long time for Michael Bay Transformers movies, and this looks great.
Yeah, it's. I hope it wins everyone over, and that way we can start getting good to great Transformers movies.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. They showed us Ravage too, man. Like that was super sweet. Like I'm just like looking at it right now. Like I got pause on my screen. I'm like,
yeah,
they killed it, man. They super. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Hey, it's all good. Josh, you should be pretty excited. Creed 2 trailer.
Yeah, I'm a big Rocky fan. There's not a single movie in that series that I'm not a fan of. I thought Creed was an outstanding spinoff. Seeing it again with Dolph Lundgren back as the Russian, as Ivan Drago and his kid.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not familiar with the Rocky movies, you haven't watched them, you need to watch probably the best one, which is the fourth. And in that one, Ivan Drago kills Apollo Creed, and in the ring. And so I guess looks like Ivan wants his son to kill Apollo's son now. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. I love boxing movies purely because of Rocky. But I mean, this looks really good. I'm super excited to see that.
Yeah, like the thing about like when Creed was coming out, I never watched the Rocky movie. So in the lead up to that movie, I like binge watched like all six Rocky movies. And,
awesome.
Yeah, and it was like, man, I don't know why I didn't get into this because I would say like all the Rocky movies are good, but I felt like Rocky 5 was just like
5 was not great.
It was not great,
but
at least 5 out of 6 I was like a real fan of, and yeah, 4 was definitely the best one, especially like that because like Rocky to me it feels, because I'm a fan like a sports anime, and Rocky to me feels like that kind of sports anime where it has this like this enemy that the main character has to confront, and like Rocky 4 had like this basic training camp. Like it's kind of trope in anime where the main character goes through all this training just to face the person that they have to beat through the story, and I really love that from that perspective. So I'm excited for Creed 2 because it's basically like it's definitely feels more like Rocky 4 the sequel, but the next generation. So I'm into it, man.
Yeah, it was interesting because the timing and the story that they're going with it, though, is kind of interesting because when 4 came out, it was still kind of during, like, I guess towards the tail end of the Cold War, right?
Sure.
With Russia. Now there's other weird crap going on with Russia. So now they're bringing back the Russian versus American thing.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, kind of interesting timing. I'm not sure if that's intentional or what. But, I mean, Sylvester Stallone had a story to tell with 4. And it looks like he may be telling he had another political story with this one. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
I myself have not seen Creed.
What?
I love all the Rocky movies, with the exception of probably 5 being, in my opinion, the weakest one.
Absolutely.
I just have not got around to seeing Creed, but I've seen the trailers for it. I absolutely really dig Michael B. Jordan as the character. I just need to get around to it. But I like what I see with this trailer.
I can't go like cycle through TV and see a Rocky movie up on that guide without stopping and watching.
Yep.
Like, it just
no matter like how far into the movie, I just have to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You need to watch Creed. You can't play any more AC till you finish Creed, man.
I'm sorry,
You're
guys.
grounded.
Steph, any opinions?
Nope. Not seen any of these movies. I've never seen Rocky. I've never seen Creed. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
To each
right?
their own.
I don't know. Like, it was just one of those things where like I just never watched a lot of movies, and then I like there's so many like classic movies that I've not seen, and everyone's like, "What? How have you not seen?" Like, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have a hard time watching movies. I'd rather watch TV.
Yeah.
It's like TV shows. I don't know what it is. But yeah.
Is it a commitment problem?
Well, no, because it would be longer for watch TV
Well,
series.
no, that's why I'm confused by that. You just prefer long-term commitment over short-term, or what?
I guess. I don't know. I guess it's because like TV, like I can watch like one episode and I can go do something else, or I can watch like 15, like depending how much time I have. Whereas a movie, it's like this is a 3-hour commitment and you have to like sit down and watch it for 3 hours.
I get that too. I look at a movie nowadays and I'm like, an hour and a half? Are you kidding me? Or 2 hours? Like, I don't want to sit down for that, but I'll watch an entire season on Netflix. Probably because like as soon as the credits roll, I'm like, okay, at least I have an out now.
Yeah.
I could just, if I didn't want to watch the next episode, I could just go do something else.
That reminds me, I started like, just as like kind of background noise as I was playing Valkyria, I put Teen Titans Go, and they're like 30 minutes long. Or like not even, they're like maybe 20, 25 minutes long. And I was just like, oh, okay, like whatever. And then it just like kept going. I'm like, oh, I finished season 1. And you know when Netflix is like, are you still watching? And I'm like, stop judging me, Netflix. Yes, I'm still watching.
Of course I'm still watching.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. It's one of those things I like never really got into. And there's not really a reason for it.
It's just not up your alley, I guess.
Yeah, we can't all be into the same things.
Yeah.
We got all our tastes, so
it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me to get into movies. I'm a lot more lenient with TV shows for some reason. Go figure.
Oh, hopefully they make a Creed TV show for you. They
Only if it's like
Rocky.
a detective. It has to be like a crime thing. Then I'm in.
They could spin that.
Or if they make an anime.
That would be wonderful.
If they made like a Rocky anime.
I mean, there's basically a Rocky anime, but it's not Rocky though. Hajime no Ippo. It's a boxing anime.
I'll believe you.
It's a thing, man. It's really good. It's like it's the only boxing anime. Well, actually, there's another one, but Anyway, let's move on to the next trailer, Steve.
Yeah. So X-Men Dark Pheonix trailer dropped, and I am super underwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's gonna be a movie,
yeah.
And in a few years we'll see a new era of X-Men. So
yeah, Disney's got a hold of it now.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it'll be nice to get a Dark Phoenix storyline, and hopefully they do justice with it, as opposed to X-Men: The Last Stand. And I guess this will be the last hurrah for these characters as a unit before,
maybe I don't really know.
Honestly have no idea anymore.
Because I'm hearing that like Fox is still trying to do more mutant projects of and like they got like the Gambit, which is apparently now a rom-com.
Oh my god, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. I thought this movie has been canceled like 3 times. It gets brought back. Yeah. Where's Channing Tatum?
I don't know. It just feels like X-Men wise, like there hasn't really been like a great movie since the Days of Future Past. Like Apocalypse was
Logan. You watch your mouth, son.
I haven't watched Logan yet, so
what?
Yeah, I have it in my folder. I just
go watch that movie.
I just haven't done it.
It's the Wolverine movie we've always needed.
Yeah, it's true.
And I said X-Men movie.
Okay,
fair.
I'll give you that.
As far as X-Men movies go, there hasn't been a movie since Days of Future Past that felt like a really great. Like I already said, like Apocalypse was what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. I think the only thing I really liked about it was the Quicksilver sequence. It was great.
Yeah, those are well done.
Yeah, very well done. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know like what else to talk about with this because I mean, feels like we're treading on water we've already seen mixed with I don't know. It's cool. It's X-Men.
Yeah,
I do like Fassbender and McAvoy. Them acting apart from each other.
Yeah, they're really good as Professor.
Yeah.
X. Yeah, and plus this movie has been delayed twice. So it was originally supposed to come out this November, then it was delayed to February, and then it was delayed to June. So I just feels like
sorry, it's not coming out in February.
That's what I heard. I heard it was delayed to June.
Oh, oops! I knocked over.
Josh was like so shocked about that announcement.
Oh my goodness!
Oh man!
Am I right or?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay,
June.
good.
Wow. I'm even less impressed. I thought this was coming out in
February 14th.
Oh, if you go into their Twitter, it says June 7th, 2019.
Oh, it's E3. Oof.
Oh, maybe they're hoping that E3 will keep people away from it.
I'm really confused because you're right. In that tweet it says February, but if you go into like their actual Twitter, I don't know anymore. I don't really
they
care.
They probably don't even know either.
All I know is that it's a movie coming out sometime.
And then we have New Mutants or whatever coming out whenever.
That was delayed as well, right?
Yeah,
that was supposed to be out this year, and that's the horror movie.
That's the horror movie, which I'm actually excited for because I just kind of want to see what they'll do with that.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, just bring them over to Marvel and let's just get on with our lives.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on that?
Hopefully Disney just ponies up a shit ton of money and brings back Hugh Jackman because it's Hugh Jackman and he's my Wolverine, damn it.
I'd rather just see them start fresh, to be honest.
No.
No.
I'm not in agreement, but okay.
Okay. Shall we move on to topic 3?
We shall.
You can do it!
Steph, want to take us away?
Yes. Let me get my document ready.
Sure.
I'm like been playing around with the stream.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, some follow up to Telltale news. I mean, I've been less with my ear to the ground with the follow-up as I have with the initial announcement.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're passing off the final season of Walking Dead. It sounds like they're trying to get some partners to work on it. Which I don't know. Again, I feel for the fans, but I think pretty much everyone in the industry was like, how about you pay your goddamn devs? The 200 people that you just laid off, why don't you focus on finding money for their severance instead?
Healthcare.
Yeah. It sounds like, I don't know. I mean, they see some other notes here, like employees suing the company, which I mean, only makes sense, really. Like, I don't think there's many places where you can just lay off people after you've worked a certain amount of time. And then without
it also has
pay.
to come down with how many employees they laid off at once too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This whole thing is just so
shitty,
murky. Yeah, and there's not a lot of answers out there, I think, for folks. And yeah, they just like kind of sneakily tried to take off the final season of The Walking Dead from digital stores. And
yeah, I noticed that on my wish list one day. I was like, because I have like 17 things on my wish list, and it went to 16. I was like, did I delete something or no? And I was looking like for Walking Dead on the store. Like the only thing final season related is a demo, and that's it. It's like totally gone now. Yeah.
I have to assume that's coming off the heels of the former employees trying to sue them, because in their eyes, if they still have the game on the marketplace bringing in money, well, where's that money going then? It's not going to the employees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and plus it's it's an incomplete product too.
That too, yeah. I'm sure there's something in like the terms and agreement where they put it in the marketplace that it has to at some point be a complete product.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they don't know what the future is, like they shouldn't be able to sell something that they have no idea what they're doing with it. I mean, at that point, It's basically Kickstarter.
I feel like I got a funny feeling, and I could be way off base here, but one of the people that are groups they might be talking to is Ubisoft.
Well, they held that job fair,
like that discussion thing. They wanted to bring everybody together and have a conversation with them, and I have a funny feeling that maybe like who wouldn't want to have their hands on a Walking Dead property, right? Like it prints money.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't Ubisoft want to do that? Also, it's like a really good fan thing for them. Like it makes the fans of their games kind of like, oh, that's awesome. Or even people that are a little on the sidelines about Ubisoft over what they'd done previous to last year and the year before, might bring them back. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just a gut feeling I got. I hope I'm right. I would like to see them do whatever they got to do to maybe spin up that particular. Maybe they spin that up as a separate branch of their organization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's narrative driven, storytelling. I don't know. We'll see. I hope it gets sorted, and I hope we get the proper closure, because I mean, it's been like a long time relationship with those characters, especially Clem, and to see that her story was supposed to come to an end, and now we're not going to know how it comes to an end properly. Then I think it's a real shame, because that's a lot of TLC and blood, sweat, and tears put into that.
Yeah. Well, we touched on it last week, like how this in the wake of getting the news, it was unfortunate that our show happened to fall right in the middle of when everything was breaking. The dust never officially settled when we started talking about it, but me and Dennis were talking about like how when it first got announced that people were going to get laid off, no one knew what was going to happen with The Walking Dead. We came to the conclusion that maybe they were going to be able to at least complete the final season, at least have their swan song for the story that they've been working on for, I think, 5 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to be the case. And yeah, they released that tweet that said, okay, well, we're in talks with interested parties to complete the game in some fashion or whatever. And I tweeted out like a knee-jerk reaction where I was like, okay, well, there's still hope for The Walking Dead. And then, time went on, like that afternoon or that evening, I was just sitting there thinking about it. I was like, well, it's not really going to be the same game because let's be honest, and everyone that was involved with this game probably isn't coming back. No matter where you go, no studio, that bridge is burned. So do we even really want like a half-baked project from people who've never even worked on this game before? Probably not.
I think the whole groundwork's already been laid out, though. If they're going to just follow that path that they've already set in stone, they've already know what they're doing.
Narratively, maybe, but...
I mean, maybe it's one of those things where a larger studio who has the cash can bring on some of the folks that worked on it. So, like, especially the narrative folks, or at least someone who's doing, like, the game design, stuff like that. Like... they can bring on some of those folks and get the feel of it. Like when Josh was talking about Ubisoft, I mean, I think when they did South Park, they managed to adapt that really well and still keep it to the original feel of South Park. Like the dialogue was still there, like, but they were able to adapt that. And to be honest, like, what's the difference between adapting a TV show to this game and then also like just like taking this game and then continuing it, as long as they bring on the right people and like consultants, and they've got some really talented folks at Ubisoft, so it might be a little bit different, but I don't know, it'll be interesting. I'm just like, I'm still on the side of like hoping that if someone takes up this project, they reach their hands to some of the folks that were laid off and try to do something with that. It'll be interesting to do as well, because Netflix was like, oh, hey, we want to make games now. Like, we want to hire some game folks. And it's just like, hey, Netflix, look at all these narrative-driven people that were just laid off. Netflix. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the really cool things I saw was a tweet from Emily Grace Buck, who is... one of the more vocal members of the former Telltale dev team. She tweeted out pictures of like a job fair.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like studios like Insomniac, EA, Blizzard, they all showed up and had booths.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a good sight to see the community come together for these people, because, man, does this ever suck.
Yeah, speaking of like...
Sorry.
I was just going to say, speaking of like being vocal, it's kind of interesting seeing Cory Barlog being so vocal about this, and it's really awesome because I know he donated a bit to some of the employees for these funds, and it's just like, it's really cool that he's like, he's not shying away from it and just like putting his opinion out there,
right? And
as well as the Telltale jobs as well.
I think I saw an article that was saying like, there's been 20 studio closures, and that's not including major layoffs this year.
Yeah.
And there was like 6 or 8 like large layoffs, and it's just, I mean,
Capcom was one of them too, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of folks. Okay, now I know some folks who've actually left the industry. Like, there's quite a few people who've left the industry just because it's so volatile, right? And it feels like you're constantly jumping jobs every like year or 2 years. So and a lot of people, they just want like a stability, and I don't blame them, especially in the States where like, your healthcare and insurance is mostly tied to it. We're pretty spoiled here in Canada. Like, even if we're out of the job, at least we have healthcare. We don't have to worry about an accident costing us $1 million, But I hope this negative turns into a positive. Like we said, like, someone picks it up, they reach out to like, they don't have to do the whole team, but like some of the team anyways, and they still make something good out of it.
Yeah, I'm also really sad that we're not going to get a second season of The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, that is sad. Probably that's the least sad, as everybody being laid off.
Of course.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
we're talking 2 different tiers. There's the employee side, and then down here is like the game wish. I wish this game came out.
Yeah, I know.
It's one of those things where it's like, Netflix, come on, get on it. Like this is such a perfect fit for the Netflix brand. You know, like very story-driven games, and it's just like the next evolution of Netflix. They're already talking about gaming. That's
kind of where I saw things kind of going, because they were bringing on Minecraft story mode. They were doing Stranger Things tie-ins. I kind of saw them, having this partnership with Telltale that would go on for a long time, but guess not.
Nope.
Boo.
Yeah. It's a bummer, that's for sure. I'm sure now that the dust is kind of settled, in weeks and months we'll get some big answers to see exactly like what happened.
Yeah, I've got the next episode on my Xbox is ready to go. I'm just not sure that I'm going to jump into it. Like I'm kind of trying to decide whether I really want to play it or just let it go and see what happens, see how things shake out.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath to see episodes 3 and 4 come out anytime soon. If at all.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, any final thoughts on Telltale?
No final thoughts on Telltale.
Okay.
Hey, who's excited for Venom this week?
I'm on the low to mid excitement level.
I didn't even realize it was this week it was coming out.
I thought it was
5th.
October.
Yeah, October 5th.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah, October's sneaking up on me.
And it's Thanksgiving, so there will be no show next week.
It's true.
Which is why Dennis has an extra long release
Holy
list for us.
moly.
Yeah. So
Strap in.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
So yeah, this is the video game releases of the week. So usually I would just do from the 1st to the 5th, but this is going to be a little bit longer since I can't do the video game releases of the week for next episode because there's no next episode.
You just wouldn't have us here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So these are the video game releases from October 1st to October 12th. Let's jump in. Okay, so starting off on October 2nd, Mega Man 11 is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. I know this is Matt's game. He's so excited. After that, Valkyrian Arc Hero School Story is coming to PC, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. Continuing on.
Yeah. This just sounds like an anime BS game. I'm just trying to confirm if I'm right. Go ahead.
You're probably right.
Okay. Continuing on, The Surge, The Good, The Bad, and The Augmented is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. After that, Forza Horizon 4 is coming to PC and Xbox One.
Great game.
Cool.
Best racing game ever.
Vroom, vroom.
Coming to PC is Twilight Path. And continuing on our Telltale conversation, they are putting out something else, but for Nintendo Switch, Telltale's Batman: The Enemy Within is coming to that platform. Coming to PS4 only is Fist of the North Star: Lost Paradise.
Nani?
Yes. Astrobot Rescue Mission and Racket Fury Table Tennis VR.
Also, everyone should go play Fist of the North Star. Not that I am working for them or anything.
You're not.
Not at all.
No.
It's basically if you like Yakuza combat. If you like the combat in Yakuza but want it to be more silly than Fist of the North Star.
More silly than Yakuza?
You punch people.
No, that's silly.
You punch people
That's
with 100
impossible.
fists. Yeah, you punch them with 100 fists, and then their heads explode.
That I can get behind. 100%.
It's kind of like old school martial arts films. So it's like he uses his fingers to like poke their arms really quick, and then their arms like all over the place.
And then
speak like this one.
Not really, but yeah, it's something.
Yeah, it is.
It's something.
Speaking of something, coming October 3rd is Zero Killed coming to PC. On to October 4th, The Midnight Sanctuary is coming to PC, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. Next, coming to PS4 is Freaky Awesome. After that, coming to PC is Actung. Chilulu Tactics coming to PC. Coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch is Pilot Sports and Party Crashers. After that, coming to Nintendo Switch only is 13 games. My lucky number. Animated Jigsaw's Japanese Woman.
Yes. Oh, what a timeline we're in.
Yeah. Splash Blast Panic. Vertical Drop Heroes HD. Jito Mero, Hero of the Universe. Uo Ascension. I was figuring out how I should pronounce that. I was like,
Ooh.
whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. Art of the Balance, Kimono Friends Picross, Revenant Dogma, Frutakia 2, Johnny Turbo's Arcade Heavy Burger, Six Sides of the World, Trouser Heart, and Hot Gimmick. Cosplay.
Trouser Heart?
Yeah, you did.
Trouser Heart. That's what I said.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Did you just say there was a cosplay game?
Let me finish. Let me finish. And Hot Gimmick Cosplay Jong.
Holy crap! Hot Gimmick is still a thing?
I don't know.
Was it ever?
Yeah, it was like manga that was super. Well, it was medium popular when I was in elementary school. Holy.
Hot Gimmick cosplay what?
Cosplay
Jong. Like Mahjong.
Jong? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Mahjong game.
Oh, look
this looks like
that.
it's like. It looks like it's a port from like a
Jong
DS or
mode.
something.
It looks like you get to look at girls in their underwear.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you seeing that?
I don't know. It says on Nintendo Switch, Tazen Hot Gimmick Cosplay Gen on. I don't know. And there's a picture. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger, man.
What a timeline.
Moving on to games that you actually know about. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Heyo.
And Super Mario Party is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god, that's the same day?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
it is.
goodness.
Okay, are we having... Wait, Nintendo Online's working now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, are we doing Nintendo Mario Party?
Super Geekcast party?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. On to the next week. Coming October 8th is WWE 2K19. Is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Coming to Nintendo Switch is Bombing Busters. On to October 9th, Mark of the Ninja Remastered is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Evasion is coming to PC and PS4. Disgaea 1 Complete is coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Warface is coming to Xbox One. Goosebumps the game, the great game from 2015, is coming to Nintendo Switch.
It's what we've been waiting for.
Highly anticipated.
That's the one. That's the one.
Hell yeah.
Coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One is Space Hulk Tactics, My Memory of Us, and The Occupation. Coming to PS4 and Xbox One, Stranded Deep and Home Sweet Home. Coming to PC only is Crashbots, Card Life via Steam Early Access, and Shortest Trip to Earth, also Steam Early Access. Onto October 10th. Cronus Arc is coming to PC and Xbox One. Maple Story 2 is coming to PC.
Oh my gosh, it's finally happened.
Yeah,
after,
it is.
Like, what? How many years is that?
I don't know, because I looked at like, I think it's
must
like
be at least a
5 years.
decade.
Oh, okay, maybe more.
I played Maple Story in middle school, which was a hot minute ago. Man,
damn. Don't say you're that young. We know you're lying, Steph.
I did just say it was a decade ago, so man, Maple Story. How is that still going? Holy crap!
Onto October 11th, The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Islands of Memories is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Juggernauts is coming to PC and Nintendo Switch. Spit Kiss is coming to PC and iOS. And coming to PC only is Kursk and The Light Keeps Us Safe via Steam Early Access. Coming to Nintendo Switch only is Tricky Towers, The Swindle, and Child of Light. And finally, games that you'll probably know about. Coming October 12th is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Never heard of it.
What?
Yeah, I haven't either.
What is Call of Duty?
Crazy.
It's an indie game, right?
Yeah.
Obscure indie game? Yeah.
Yeah, I think one person made it.
Coming to Nintendo Switch is The World Ends With You Final Remix. I can't say anything. I've never played a Call of Duty game ever.
What?
No.
Really?
No. The only time it was referenced to me is when this guy in high school just called me Captain Price all the time. I was like, okay. I didn't know what that was.
I get it.
Yeah, get it? I didn't at the time.
So what, did you go on Google? Just look up Captain Price?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And finally, Luigi's Mansion, my favorite Ghostbuster, is coming to Nintendo 3DS. And that is the video game releases of the week. I think there was about 60 or so. Maybe
that's not
a
bad.
little less.
We used to have that in 1 week.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks.
Because I know I counted one, it was 30. I think the other week was 28. So, by themselves, it's pretty good. But once you do Fusion, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's a Dragon Ball reference, if you didn't know.
Oh, you guys got to do it up there.
Oh, wait. Where are we? Oh, this way. Did it.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.
This was a good episode, guys.
Yeah.
I had fun.
I feel like I mailed it in pretty good.
I was impressed.
So where can we find everybody?
I don't know, guys. Where can people find you?
They can find you.
What's your address, Josh?
I'm not giving that to you because I don't trust you, Steve.
Cool. That's fair.
I don't know. You can find me on Twitter mostly at Xbox Canada or my site pixelserial.com. And that's all I got for that.
Yeah. Steph?
I'm mostly on Twitter at Maple Thistle, so the same thing that's just down there on the stream. Mm-hmm. And I just talk about, I don't know, whatever's on my mind that day.
Sweet. Dennis?
You can find me on Twitter at Hunter/13, where I'm just talking about stuff that I like.
Yakuza.
Yeah, because there was
Yakuza. That's all I ever see from you.
Because
or wrestling GIFs.
Yeah. The sad thing about
playing, get off of the podcast.
GIFs. All right.
The sad thing about playing Yakuza on PS3, there was a moment last night I was like, what the hell is that? It was just I can't even describe it. It was just there was a panty thief, and he was parkouring.
What?
And he fell, and as he fell, like all these undergarments were falling, and like opera music was playing.
None of this surprises me. Yakuza never fails to just like what a mess.
I'm like after playing 3 Yakuza games, I was like, I know what to expect. I just like shattered my expectations. Oh boy. So you can find me on Twitter at 100slasher13 again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Twitter at svigvari or find my website, thetoughcustomer.com. And you can also find all of us as a collective at Canadian Geek CST. You can even email us with your comments, questions, concerns, CanadianGeekCST@gmail.com. And we may even read them on the next show. So please tune in next week.
Not next week.
Not next week. Next episode, the week after Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. We will go live the Sunday at 11 a.m. Twitch, Mixer. So please tune in, and where we'll discuss more things geeky and why pumpkin spice lattes are the best drink.
And why it's pronounced GIF and not GIF.
Yeah, it's GIF.
See. On the next Canadian Geekcast. Bye, guys.
Bye.